Hi, this is a new painting I just got that I've been waiting on for a long time. I had started working on it because it's so small I wasn't going to do anything. I wasn't going to do a video, but I thought, well, why not let you guys watch. Honestly, I'm pretty disappointed in this canvas. I love this image, and I was really hoping it was going to be bigger. But as you can see, there's my little container. It's about 6 by 7 3/4. And it's funny because this one actually does have the DMC codes on it. And I only have 4 colors. So anyway, since this is such a small piece, I thought maybe I would let you watch me put it together. And I think, see, look at his face. This is what really upsets me. The number 4 is more of a flesh tone, and they covered up his nose. So I think I'm going to find some from my other kit that I have here, and I'm actually going to like freehand, and I'm going to put a black one over his eye. I'm going to ignore the 3 and the 4 here. I'm going to put a black one there and then put the 3 over here. It's just going to be good with the bad. That's what you get when you only pay a couple dollars for something. You can't expect it to be perfect, right? And until I can afford the really nice and really big ones, I'll settle for these little inexpensive kits so I can get used to doing them. And you see there's still, I'm not crazy about this pickup thing. And these, sorry for clearing my throat, allergies are getting to me today. These seem to be more kind of slippery. The first few that I did, they didn't even want to come off of the pen onto the canvas. I had to, push it. Whoops, chase someone across the table here. I had to push it a couple of times, almost like the stone was oily or slippery somehow. I don't know. It's very strange. So I'm going to put that 3 there so I don't forget that that's what I wanted to do. And hopefully I can make his face look like a face instead of a blank snowman head. It's just, cannot have a blank snowman head. Definitely not as cute. But I had mentioned in another video how much I really like this light pad. And I'm really excited because this was part of my Christmas that my husband gave me. I do Cricut crafts and paper crafts and that kind of thing, and I have been wanting to do t-shirts for a long time, and my iron is not an iron that is strong enough to adhere heat transfer vinyl. So he bought me the new tool from Cricut that is an easy press. So I now have an awesome tool that I can make shirts with, and I've actually made quite a few already. It's a lot of fun. But this light pad, can't call them a light box anymore. Back in the day, they actually used to be a box. Now everything is streamlined and slim. But this light pad is intention. The reason I wanted it is when you cut heat transfer vinyl, it's cut into a solid sheet, and then you have to pull up or weed the parts of the vinyl that did not cut, leaving behind your cuts. And if you have a light pad under your piece of vinyl, you can see those cut lines a lot easier, and it makes the weeding process go a lot faster. So that's why I have this lovely tool, and I have been very addicted to watching other videos on the diamond painting while I've been waiting the almost 6 weeks to get my kits. And I noticed that a lot of people had light pads, and they were starting to talk about how it makes it easier to see the codes on the painting. And I saw what the light pad looked like, and I was like, oh my gosh, I already have one of the essential tools. So I was very excited. My husband keeps laughing at me because he thinks I'm such a geek that I'm so excited over this. But it is fun when you find something new. I've been a paper crafter for 20, 25 years, somewhere around there. If any of you are familiar with the lovely Carol Duvall, she is the reason I started doing paper crafts. And I have a few videos of finished projects on my YouTube channel that I've added to my blog. I have not been comfortable with videos, and I decided I would finally try my hand at it, because this is something simple I can record. Doing cards is a little bit trickier because you have a lot more motions, and it's a lot more movement when you're working on a card sometimes. So I haven't been comfortable with that, but maybe I'll try. Plus, I've never been really comfortable with the sound of my voice on recording. Sounds weird to me. Isn't that weird how you sound so different to yourself? But I guess that's how other people hear you, right? You just sound different inside your own head. It's funny. But my daughter, if you look through my other videos, is trying to follow suit with some of her favorite YouTube people. But I have given her a separate channel now, so my diamond paintings won't interfere with her videos. Maybe someday she can be an actual YouTuber. She gets a little bit older. She's still pretty young. I don't know if you can hear that scraping sound. It's my granny cat pawing at the door to come in. She's so funny. She doesn't have her front claws. We declawed her before we knew the full ramifications of declawing a cat. So she's our little clawless beauty. This is probably going to be about a half-an-hour project, it looks like, because I'd worked maybe 10 minutes before I decided I was going to videotape the process. And it's funny too, because the other thing with this light box, the light pad, excuse me, it makes it look like there is so much space between the stones. But in reality, when you have a dark background, it doesn't show up like that. It's an optical illusion. So I would love to get your feedback. Oops, sorry. Drifted in my hand. Have you tried diamond painting? Do you think it's something you would like to do? This particular one came from Wish. I have ordered 2 now from Wish. Both have been partials, and by partial, what that means is only part of the picture gets diamonds added to it. The first one, of course, was my owls. If you saw that video, it's down a few videos. And I feel like I'm doing so many videos all at once, but I don't want to wait because I'm so anxious to get these working on them or get them finished. So after this, there will probably be a little bit of a lull in videos on diamond painting. So there is that. We're down to just one color, so I'm going to pause this and change colors. Alright, so we're down to the final, number 4. This is going to be a pastel snowman instead of a white snowman, which is another thing that's kind of weird. These colors are really odd, so that's another reason I'm a little kind of anxious to get this one done so I can see what it's going to look like. Okay, so here's getting into his face. I think I'm going to skip down here to the rest of his body first. Now, the one thing with these paintings is you do get a lot of extra stones. So when I had mentioned that I'm going to use colors from another kit, I'm not worried about running out. Whoops. Flinging stones everywhere again. I'm not worried about running out because you do get quite a few. They make sure in case, like I'm flinging them all over the table here, or if you drop them, you have, you don't have to worry about a couple that get lost or dropped. One over here that's... And I've found that if you have one that flips out of the way, you can just kind of slide it. If you can't get it to pick up, or if it's upside down, you can slide it over to the sticky section. Because even with your bare hands, they're hard to pick up because they really are really tiny. Whoopsie, I didn't even have one that time. I gotta love when that happens. So also here, his buttons is something else that have been covered up right here and right here. So that whole section is covered with the adhesive, so I think I will put a black stone for each of his buttons. See that one right there? That placement bothers me. See, when you suffer from OCD, these can be a little trying on your nerves because that should not be there. It's covering his staff. It just looks funny to me. Oh. Every time I do that. But it's another one of those things that just happens. You don't even realize it's about to happen until it's flying. So let's see, we'll put one there and then we'll put a black one right there. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see if they're right side up. Oops, see, that one I picked it up and it was upside down. Couldn't tell. Okay. Almost. So close. Now this one, and you can pull them up I'm hoping that once they're sitting for a period of time that they will become permanent. So there, I'm going to get out the beads to fix his face. Alright, I decided to go ahead and finish him. There's his face. And I added a few more stones in different areas just to kind of make it a little bit more full. And as I was saying, you get lots of extras. This is what is left over now that I'm finished. And let me hold this up. And you can see he doesn't look too bad. He could look better if he had more detail, but he'll do. Now I know. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think.